Hey fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. I am your host, Michael Pachter, and you are my fellow babies. Please, if you are a Patreon patron, be satisfied. Pat yourself on the back. That's really nice of you. Please accept our props. If you are a YouTube subscriber, you are keeping us alive. And if you are doing those things, or you are not because you can't afford to, you have a freebie. Your Amazon Prime account will pay, if you link it to your Twitch Prime account, they will pay for this show. They will pay $2.50 a month. You have to redo it every month, so go down into the show description, follow the instructions to link the two accounts. You have to do it every month. So if you haven't done it in a while, please re-up that account. That's free money for Shane, free because it costs you nothing. Stick it to Amazon. You're paying him $140 a year. You might as well get $2.50 a month back in chips for Shane. Our question today from SIFTD, from Joachim Dragoon. I love that guy. What's in the name? What's in the name Joachim Dragoon? What are the best and worst console names of all time? Gizmondo. Do you think the PlayStation should continue with the numbers, or shouldn't start naming its system something else? Ooh. Did Xbox make a mistake deviating from numbering its console? That's a great question. I actually think probably the best name for a console, and again, I got a B+ in marketing. I lost out being first in my class because I'm a dumb shit and I'm the wrong guy to ask. But the best name ever, Dreamcast. Oh my God. And again, I didn't know what it was and I wanted one. I'm like, it's my Dreamcast. I'm in a dream. It's in my dreams. I was like, what? And I think, was that Peter Moore? Probably. Probably Peter Moore came up with it. I love that name. But, do you ever, see foods and you wonder where they came up with it? Like, Cheez-It. I always thought Cheez-It sounds like Cheese-Zit. And it's like, it sounds like a zit to me. But I still love them. So I don't know what's good and what's bad. I first saw the name Xbox and thought it was really stupid, and I found out later it came from DirectX, and it was because it ran DirectX and they just said Xbox. I personally like the whole numbering system, and I find myself, when I'm doing these shows, I find myself forgetting what the current console is called, the Xbox Series, and Series X and Series S, and I can't even remember which one's better. I just get all this, and Xbox. The first one was the Xbox, and the third one was the Xbox One. That was like Battlefield 1 coming out. It was like Battlefield 6, I think. I can't remember, or 4. I don't remember what number it was. It was like, who does that? Like, come on. I can deal with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. For some reason, that works for me. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare, at least it's like Advanced Warfare and Modern Warfare are different. World War II is different. I get it. They're different kind of setting. I kind of get that. But Xbox 360? What moron came up with that? So, by the way, what was my favorite after Dreamcast? My favorite device thing ever? Kinect. It worked for me. It was kinetic and connect, and it was like, oh, it's so clever. But none of this shit means anything to me. So there are so many foods that have dumb names, like a Whopper. Shut up. Really? Chicken McNugget? Even that. Just the idea. Whoever, I don't want a chicken nugget sounds like a chicken turd. Who came up with that? But, whatever. I guess. Obviously, they sell a lot of them. I thought Wii was a joke, and I said, pull out your weenus. I think I said that at the time. I go, so Princess Peach, do we call her weenus? Yeah, that was it. I was like, and we, wee, there's a really funny story. I actually learned this in that marketing class I got a B+ in. There's a car that Chevy used to make called the Chevy Nova. In Spanish, Nova means Nova. It doesn't go. It doesn't move. And they couldn't sell them in Japan and in Mexico. I think 524 means certain death. And BMW made a car called the 524. And they couldn't sell them in China, because it was certain death. And they had to change the number to 528. The idea is know your audience. And so I think when Nintendo came up with the Wii, nobody in Japanese realized that we, when we say we have to go P, we have to go we, wee or whatever. That was a pretty dumb name. The Wii U, even dumber. The GameCube, clever. Nobody bought one, but it was clever. It was a cube, and it was cool. The Switch, clever enough. I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, I love names like Nintendo Entertainment System. It is exactly what it sounds like, and then you call it the NES, and it sounds cool. And by the way, how do you improve on the NES? Yeah, make it super. I loved that. So so when you ask me about PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like Super PlayStation would be really cool. Remember I predicted Wii HD, it never came. We're getting the Switch HD called the Switch 2. I don't know. I think you keep it simple so consumers don't get confused. I don't know how you could convince a consumer who's never played a console that he needs an Xbox Series instead of an Xbox One, and that his Xbox One is going to replace his Xbox 360, and his Xbox 360 is going to replace his Xbox. If you put those five names out, however, in a row, and told somebody who's never played a video game to put them in order of launch, they would have the Xbox One first. There's no way they would get this right. It's just like, yes, don't confuse your customer. And I got to say, like Windows, back in the day, Windows used to be like by year or something. Remember Windows 95, Windows 03? What is it called now? I don't even know. Is it by
11.
years?
Windows 11.
Yeah. So they had something called Longhorn. Was that 10? That was 10. They had a project called Longhorn that took like 10 years. When they finally got it done, it just became Windows 10 because they realized that they were doing years, which confused people, and they were calling it Longhorn. Windows 10, guess what? When you get a new one, it's Windows 11. What is this thing called? I think I have a 15, but iPhone 15. Like, guess what? I know I don't have a 16, so I suck. Because I need a 16, because guess what? 16 is better than 15. We all know that. I don't know what Apple's going to do when it gets to like number 50 or number 100. Or
remember, it got to 10, it called it the X, and people don't know if it was supposed to be called
right.
the 10 or the X.
Yeah, I remember. They got right off of that idea. Remember that? That lasted about a minute. Yeah, I got to say, and I mean, Grand Theft Auto, what's hilarious about Grand Theft Auto is Grand Theft Auto 3 is like the first game that the Rockstar guys made. And then they did Vice City, and then they did San Andreas, and then they did 4. Wait a minute. 4 was the fourth one. And what was the next one? 5. What was the next one? I'll give you one guess. 6. So even they've gone back to that numbering. Not that it matters. I don't think of GTA 6 is better than 5, is better than 4, as much as I know which one in the series it is. Like James Bond, swear to God, I just watched a James Bond movie and I forgot which one it was. It wasn't Quantum of Solace, it was something else. But I just watched a James Bond movie because they're all free now on Prime. And I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen it. And it was Daniel Craig. I missed one. I don't know how I missed one. I don't know. Because they don't say James Bond 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it was like Casino Royale or something. It was one of those in that Daniel Craig era. And I was like, how did I not see this? But I missed it. And I actually think those naming conventions do cause you to not figure it out. So I personally love like Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Spider-Man 1, 2, 3. The movie studios don't do that. Mission Impossible, never missed one. Like I know 7 part 1. I know which Mission Impossible we're on, and I know if I missed it. And I'm like, James Bond, can't figure that shit out. So really good question. I'm the wrong guy to ask. B+ in marketing. The only grade I remember for sure was B+ in marketing because I got an A in every other class. No, I remember all my classes because I got a B+ in marketing. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. If you are a SIFTD patron through Patreon, thank you. If you're a YouTube subscriber, thank you. If you have remembered to link your Twitch Prime account to your Amazon Prime account, thank you. If you haven't done that, please try to do it again. You got to do it every month. Check the instructions on how to do so in the show description below. It's 3 clicks. Do it. Link them. Shane gets paid. It costs you nothing, and you've already paid for it, so make it happen. Fellow babies, I'm going to be out. I'll see you guys in a week.